Hello, I'm Louise Hodges with GreenBugAllNatural.com, and today we're going to talk about a recipe for animal repellent. The ingredients I'm going to use for my animal repellent vary quite a bit. First of all, I went out to my yard and I got some herbs. I have thyme, lavender, and rosemary. I've also got some garlic powder. This is actually blood meal, not in its original container, and blood meal is something that you can easily get at a garden center, and it's actually dehydrated animal blood, which of course would be offensive to animals. Then I also have some hair here. Now, human hair works great. This is actually animal hair, but any is good. So any kind of hair that you can put into this. And I've also got a little bit of dishwashing soap, and this serves to make the product adhere to whatever you're going to be spraying it on. In order to start my recipe, I'm using these fresh herbs from the garden. Now, you can actually use dried herbs, which can be very effective also, but I wanted to go ahead and work with what I had today. And there's no real recipe for the amounts of each one of these things that you're putting in. What you want to make sure is that you're using enough of these different ingredients that you can be offensive to a lot of different creatures. So, I'm putting all of these in my teapot. Everything but the soap. And just keep in mind, even though this actually smells kind of good to me with all these herbs in it, it's very offensive to different animals that might want to come into your garden. So I'm going to let this steep anywhere from 5 minutes to overnight. It really doesn't matter. I guess the longer you steep it, it might be a little more concentrated. But the idea is just to get a blend of all these different fragrances which will repel the animals from your garden. Now that it is steeped enough, what I'm going to do is actually pour this through a tea strainer. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to make sure that I'm capturing the liquid but none of the particles. I'm going to be putting this in a spray bottle. Any spray bottle will do fine, any plastic spray bottle. But it's very important that I not have chunks of these materials because it might clog the spray nozzle. And once you have your recipe, you can use this on plant material, you can use it on structures, you can use it on fence posts, anywhere that you want to repel animals, which might be deer, squirrels, rabbits, you name it. The only thing you want to make sure you do is let this cool to room temperature before you start spraying it on any plant material. And this can be sprayed without any kind of damage to plants or people or anything. It's just offensive to repel animals out of your garden. So there you go, a recipe for animal repellent. I'm Louise Hodges with GreenBugAllNatural.com. Thanks for watching.